Welcome back, everybody. If you are new here, we are foster parents to a dog. Well, we adopt greyhounds. We've been doing that for like 20 years, a
Yeah.
long time. And currently, there aren't as many greyhounds available for adoption because a lot of the tracks have been shut down. There's just not as much greyhound racing anymore. But these wonderful organizations still exist. And the organization that we go through has partnered with a transport agency that actually rescues galagos from Spain, because galagos they're Spanish greyhounds. They're a sighthound. They look similar to greyhounds. They're a little bit smaller. There's some things that are different. But anyway, so we have a galago right now that we are fostering. His name is Andreas. He's our second foster. So he is in the room with us right now,
He'll probably
and
bark.
he will probably bark, and you will probably hear him. He's very cute, but he's very barky. And greyhounds, if you don't know anything about them, ours at least is like basically like having like a fur rug. He doesn't move. He is 6. He's like, I am retired from racing.
He's done.
I was a professional athlete and now I am done. And so I'm just used to our very quiet dog that doesn't do anything. And then we've got this little galago that we're fostering now. He's not even 2, so he's got a lot of puppy energy. And he's really cute, but he is a little bit barky. So if you hear that, I apologize. Or if you're watching this on YouTube and you see me fidgeting with anything, it's me petting the dog under the desk, getting him to try to settle down.
And try to stop crying or barking.
Yes, so that is likely to happen. The only other like housekeeping that we've got is we just wanted to let you all know that we're really looking to get bigger and better in 2023 for Billion Dollar Landscaper. We're going through our company values, and we're really trying to drill down and assess what we want to get out of our business. Why are we here? Who do we serve? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And really what keeps bubbling up is we just want to provide as many resources and training and tools to as many landscapers that we can, so you all can reach your goals even quicker. And so we have traditionally had everything that we offer inside of our $1 Million Academy, and it's all been in there. But we want to start offering resources outside of the academy, so you all can get what you need. And if you're like, no, I don't really need to join a monthly academy, I just need like X, Y, Z, PDQ, whatever you need. So if you don't mind leaving us a comment or giving us a DM or email us at Scott at $1 Million Landscaper or Katie at $1 Million Landscaper. We really would love to know, what is the biggest thing that we could help you with in your business right now? What goals are you trying to get right now? What resources would help you hit your goals even quicker?
Yes, and keep in mind that we are open for anybody that's just getting going, whether you're just starting your business, or have a side
This
hustle.
is not just for people
Well,
looking to build a 7-figure business. All you 6-figure folks, we are here for you as well.
Yes,
We want you to hit those goals.
yes.
So how can we help you even better?
How can we help you? What was
Help
that?
me help you.
Yes.
Show me the money.
There you
Jerry
go.
Maguire.
Yes.
For anyone who is old enough to remember that movie. No, but in all seriousness, what has really come to light for me is really we just want to help as many landscapers as possible, because when you're in the kind of business that we're in, doing coaching and providing resources and tools, you can either go wide and help a whole bunch of people, or you can drill down really deep and be like, no, I'm only going to help a couple people, but we're going to go real deep into your business. And we're like, no, you know what? We're really here for the people, and we want to help 6-figure businesses. We want to help the people that are just starting. We want to help the people that are working towards 7. So like I said, just drop us a line on what goals you have that you're currently not reaching, and anything that you think that we could do to help, or resources we could provide, and we will take it into consideration as we're moving forward in 2023.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like with our academy that we currently have, there's quite a few different things inside there. So if you're not familiar, just real quick, we have stuff on pricing. Obviously, that's our biggest thing, is we want to make sure
Knowing your
pricing-
numbers
we
is like
have
the
to-
hill we will die on,
Yes, we
because
have to know that.
that's why we're all here.
We have stuff for systems procedures. We have stuff for hiring, training, and retaining your employees. And we're adding stuff to it for marketing and some sales stuff. So we're adding that to it. We also have a great community. We have a separate app that you can go in, talk to different landscapers, pop in, ask questions, any time of the day. So it's a great little thing we have going here. So a lot of different resources there. But like he said, we've been looking at how we can kind of expand and get out to more people. So we got a bunch of different things coming in the pipeline that we're working on. And hopefully you guys like
Yeah,
it.
but
if you
I
need
definitely
something-
want to make sure that we're listening to you all
Yeah.
as well. We appreciate that you guys tune in every week. And so if you've got questions, concerns, anything that you could use help with, just let us know and we'll see what we can get figured out.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's all we've got for the moment. Quick word from our sponsors. And
We want to take a quick second to tell you about our friends over at Cycle CPA. I can't even express to you how important it is to have a good accountant on your side. You know you want accurate bookkeeping and financial statements every month. Instead, you're often left with limited time to focus on the accounting side of your business and no reports to show for it. At Cycle CPA, the landscaping accountants, they not only handle the bookkeeping, but also provide landscape industry benchmarking, job costing, financials by service line, advisory meetings, and much more. Cycle CPA has a team of landscaping accountants available to provide anything from bookkeeping to CFO services. Visit cyclecpa.com and for $100 off, mention the $1 Million Landscaper podcast.
EasyBeezy's easy to use, easy to learn, affordable work order and time clock app with unlimited users included with every subscription. If you've ever struggled with the daily grind of keeping track of work orders, you have to check out EasyBeezy. Make and edit work orders anytime, anywhere you're working, at your desk, in your truck, on the job site, even on your couch. With EasyBeezy, you can easily copy work orders to use over and over, which is great for mowing and plowing. You can also keep track of employee timesheets, contact your customers, add notes, instructions, even pictures of your jobs. EasyBeezy works on Android and Apple devices or any tablet or computer. EasyBeezy also has a wide variety of reports so you can have all the info you need for billing right from your phone. Say goodbye to paying for extra users because everyone gets unlimited users on EasyBeezy. Try EasyBeezy for free for 30 days. Visit easybeezy.app/MDL to sign up. EasyBeezy is a simple work order and time clock app for mow crews, hardscape crews, and everything in between. Start saving time and money with EasyBeezy. Visit easybeezy.app/MDL to sign up today.
Welcome back, everybody. Today, I want to talk a little bit about planning, but this might not be exactly what you think of when you think of planning. And I just want you to know that this conversation is as much me talking to myself as it is me talking to you all. And there goes the dog barking. I don't know if they'll be able to edit all this out. He's real barky. Come on, Andreas. This is Foster Dog Life.
Yep. All right, we're back.
Okay, we're back. Okay, so planning. And once I don't know if you could hear me because the dog was barking, but this is as much a conversation with myself as it is with you all. But I figure if I'm having this conversation with myself every day, then maybe other people could get some use out of it as well.
She does talk to herself a lot.
You have caught me moving my lips talking to myself.
Yes.
Not to out myself as being weird, but that has happened. Okay, so planning, we're all business owners, and planning is really how you make your vision come to life. You have to have some sort of plan in place, or otherwise you're just kind of stuck with whatever default business and whatever life just hands you. If you don't have a plan for where you're going and what you're doing, all you're going to get is just what life hands you. Okay?
Well, don't they say like people spend more time planning their vacations than they plan their life or business?
I have heard something like that. So, but as somebody who is a wee bit ambitious, that is myself, as you're planning your season, there's just a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind. In order to get from where you are now to where you want to go, and whatever goals that you have that you want to achieve, you have to make room for those goals into your life. So if you are already overscheduled and you are already frazzled, or you know that you get plenty of work to keep you busy and you don't have a getting work problem, if you know that you will have enough work like booked up to your eyeballs, and you have the goal to like 10x your business this year, and I'm going to grow 5 gajillion times over, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, my question for you is, have you made room in your schedule for that? What is it going to realistically take for you to do that? If you are already scheduled yourself full and you want to grow in 10x, I'm just saying 10x because that's like a buzzwordy right now. Like, was it Grant Cardone? Everything's 10x. If you could want a 2x or 5x regardless. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have that goal. But how are you making room for that goal in your life if you are already scheduled? I'm just like I said, we're getting real cerebral here. Scott is Mr. Like, here, let me give you practical tips. I'm like, let's slow down and make you think a little bit. And like I said, I'm talking as much to myself because I historically have a lot of goals and a lot of ambitions, but I've not always given myself the space and the room for all of those goals in my life. And then I get upset when I don't reach them. But it's very unrealistic to expect yourself to reach these 100 million bajillion goals if you don't have enough room for them in your life. If you because at some point you can only work so many hours in a day. So do you need to learn your numbers so you're making more money? Like, say you do want to do that 10x. Do you need to hire more people? Mm-hmm. Do you need to learn your numbers? Like, what do you need to do in order to allow that to happen for your business? Think about it. Oh, you were looking at me like you had something to say. Nothing. Just looking at the dog. The dog, he's looking for something to bark at. Yes. Like this little guy, he like walks into a room and he's like, what can I bark at in here? Okay. Anyway, so we're talking about making space, making room for your goals in your life. I guess we can continue on along that thread of like, if you want to grow your business, okay, cool. If you need to learn about marketing, do you have the time to learn about it? Do you have the resources? Do you know where you're going to learn about it? Once again, it's just giving yourself the time and giving yourself the resources to do it. If you're just like, oh, I'm going to market better. Okay, what does market better mean? What does that mean? Just marketing better doesn't mean anything. So what are you very specifically going to do, and how are you going to support yourself in that?
We actually just had this conversation last night with one of the Academy members.
Okay.
They're younger, they're very ambitious,
mm-hmm.
and they're just busy working. They have a lot of work coming in right now, and they are staying up working on jobs till 8, 9 o'clock consistently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, you can only last so long doing this. You're going to get yourself burned out, because he's like saying he can't do other things because he's working. I'm like, well, you need
so what resources does he need?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not supporting himself in his growth.
No, because he wants to grow. He wants to get bigger.
And that's fine. Yeah. What do you have in place to support that?
Yes, exactly. So
you have to I know it's hard because we just get all real excited, and when the work is coming, you just want to do it. You want to go while it's going. Yeah. But these are just things to think about.
Well, I also liked your point about if you say you want to market better, well, be specific about that, because there's so many different things you can do, to market yourself. Mm-hmm. And if you're not specific and choosing one thing or two things and trying that, you can't go try everything, because it probably won't work. You can eventually try everything, because P.S. hidden secret, marketing is just trying a whole bunch of things and seeing what works, but you cannot try it all at once. Correct. Yes. That's the point. You can't try it all at once. And some of those things at some point, like you mentioned, do you want to go learn this? Well, for one, do you have the time to learn this? If you don't have the time, then you have to pay somebody else to do that. So it's another option too, is you can find somebody else that could do these things for you.
What are you willing to give up to create the time?
Well, yes.
Because that's another question. This is why we offer all of our trainings are online. Everything we do is virtual and online, because we didn't want our people to have to come to an event to learn their numbers or to learn anything that we have to offer. We didn't want to have people to travel to go to Chicago for a weekend to learn it. That's why we have everything online, because we tried to make it as easy as possible for the people that are trying to fit it into their days. Because learning the numbers, that's not something that you're going to do in an afternoon. We can help people in about 2 days get their numbers under control, that's online. We can help you in 2 days, which to me 2 days is a pretty dang good turnaround for the investment. You're going to be making you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of what we can teach you in 2 days. Yes. But you do have to be willing to, virtually attend for 2 days. And that's our Profits Up course, if anybody is curious about that. But just make room for the growth that you need. So that's my talk on that one. Because also remember, what you focus on in your business is what is going to expand. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, you are where your attention is. What you focus on expands. And that seems like duh, if this is what I'm paying attention to and this is what I'm doing, duh, that's obviously going to grow. But then you have to be very purposeful about what you are and are not paying attention to. What are you putting your energy into? And what are you not putting your energy into? Because once again, this is all just about aligning your attention and your time with what you really want to happen in your life. Because your life can get hijacked by everything that you have going on, especially if you have a spouse and you have children and you have family nearby and you've got church obligations and you've got all these other things you want to do. You really, I've had to learn the lesson that as an entrepreneur, you have to be protective of your time.
Well, this kind of leads into another point along those lines is landscapers, and self-included, I did this early on, was we want to satisfy all the customers' needs. And you won't say no to certain things that, even if you don't do it, like if you don't pressure wash sidewalks, I can pressure wash that sidewalk. Then you got to go buy a pressure washer or rent a pressure washer. But we have to learn to say no to certain things, no matter what it is.
It is, because like I said, you are where your attention is, and what you focus on is what will expand. So please be very selective about where you put your attention and where you put your focus. Just be intentional about it. I'm not saying don't focus on things, and I'm not saying don't do things. But please have some discernment around what you do and do not do and what you will and will not commit to. It will save you heartache in the long run. And just kind of along those lines, the last thing is, if you're going to add like some kind of demand for your life, say you want to add pressure washing like you talked to, okay, then what are you going to do to support yourself? Say you want to add that pressure washing. Are you going to hire a retired gentleman to do it for you? Are you going to go do it? You just... if you're going to add it, okay, then you can't add another demand on your life without having some kind of support behind it. And so, honest to goodness, one of the things that I have really been doing a lot of in the past, about year, is I am making a not to-do list. I am being very intentional about things that I'm just not going to do anymore. And this doesn't mean that I'm not going to do them ever. It doesn't mean that you have to just get rid of that goal and it's gone, but it might just have to get tabled in like a not right now. Like it's just a little bit of a not to do list. And I recommend this because it's going to keep you out of that overwhelm. Everybody gets so overwhelmed, especially by the end of the season, because overwhelm is really, it's a perceived lack of resources for the amount of things that you have to do. This is why overwhelm varies from person to person, because it's about that perceived lack of resources and support that you need to get everything on your plate done. I get overwhelmed quicker than Scott does. He is a little more resilient than I am when it comes to having things on his plate. I fold like a deck of cards like way sooner. And so that's why I have to be more intentional about what is on my do not do list. So I'm encouraging everybody to take a good hard look at what you have planned for this season. What support do you need? What are you going to focus on? What are you not going to do? Because this will all just give you a little bit of like a mental break. This will give you a little bit of mental peace of mind.
I will say, just telling people no sometimes, at first it's like, you feel bad. But after a while, when you have that time to do whatever you needed to do or wanted to do, that's like a game changer there. It's like, holy cow, this is nice. I would just want to sit on the couch today because I told somebody no. Like it's a game changer.
Yes, and a lot of us are a little bit people pleasy and don't like to say no. But just practice. Just practice. Start with the easy things, and then you'll get better at it. Yeah. Because if you look at your schedule is your life. And this is one of those phrases where I never really thought about it. And then when I did think about it, it was like a little bit like a punch to the gut. Because look at your schedule and look at what you do every day. How you use your time is your life. So if how you're using your time and what you're doing every day isn't lined up with the life that you want, like I said, that was like, oh my God, it was a punch in the gut. And like I said, I've been working really hard on this for like about a year, and I'm having this conversation with myself all the time. I am not perfect at doing all this yet. I still chronically overschedule and have too many goals, but I don't want you all to do it. And so as I'm working on getting better at it, I would like you all to get better at it as well. So as you're just thinking about your season, just really think, what support do you need to be successful? And then what do you need to like not do right now to be successful? That was just, those are my two main questions for you.
I'm pretty sure you're listening in our live Q&A last night, because this is some of the stuff we talked about.
Oh, is it? Yeah, and I don't even know if I
is.
was home for this, or I was messing with the kids.
Yeah.
I honest to goodness. Should we save this and send it to
We
them?
maybe should send this to them.
Okay, well, look at that.
We'll refer them to this podcast.
Yes. Well, and like I said, this comes from the bottom of my heart, because this truly comes from a place of me really, really wrestling with this topic for the past year, of just too many things on my plate, too much overwhelm, not enough support, and nobody's going to fix it for you.
Yeah.
So I had to learn, okay, what am I going to do to make this better? And asking for support isn't always easy, but it can come from like a number of things. Like support might even be like how we mentioned that we want to offer more resources outside of the academy so that they are accessible to more people. That is a form of support. So, because that gives you a quick and easy and an actionable way to get a tool or resource or some knowledge that you need. So look into things like that even.
Well, yeah, that's the reason why we have the academy, because you can find some of the stuff that we teach online, but you have to go watch this YouTube video and try to figure out, does that work, or does and reach out to different resources.
You can spend 20 years hunting and pecking for all the resources. Like we have 20 years of resources that we've accumulated, and if you want to hunt and peck and read every book that we've read, it's going to take you a very long time.
It's going to take you 20 years.
It's going to take you 20 years. And so find people that have been where you have been and done what you have done, and get help, get support.
Yes.
Is it hard to sometimes ask for help and support? Yes. We're landscapers. We're very stubborn. We like to figure it all out on our own and to do it ourselves. But trust me, that is the very long, very hard way.
Yes. Some things are worth paying for.
They are. If you want to go far, we have to go together.
Yes.
You can't get far alone. You just can't. I'm sorry, we're pack animals. We have to do this together. And that's okay. We're here for you. So, but those are just some types of support that maybe that you didn't think of. But anyway, your homework for the week. What support do you need to be successful? And what do you need to not do this season in order to succeed? Get your not to do list done. Anything else?
No, I think that's all.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Sorry for the tough love, but like I said, I'm looking at myself as much as I'm talking to you all. So all we want is for you to have a great season.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today. Hope you have a great day.